Welcome everybody to today's GOT16 RD4 Doug Jones League Daily Recap Podcast, brought to you by the good folks at ImagineSports.com and ISFans Productions. Imagine Sports, home of Diamond Mind online baseball simulation game. Online fantasy baseball at its best. Kentucky Mules met Hanks a Lot 6 for a 3-game set in American Family Field in Milwaukee today, playing on grass. The first game before a nice crowd of 34,487 was a 5-4 walk-off victory for the home squad when M. Duncan lined a double to left center. Sprague scored. Winning pitcher was Lindblad, losing pitcher was Bales. Toad Ramsey started for Hanks a Lot 6. George Blaholder started for Kentucky Mules. Kentucky Mules won the second game over Hanks a Lot 6 in a pitcher's duel by a score of 1-0. Winning pitcher was Johnson, losing pitcher was Williams. In the third game, Hanks a Lot 6 beat Kentucky Mules in a blowout by a score of 10-3. Winning pitcher was Vukovich, losing pitcher was Brown. Miami Goldfish met Plymouth First Comers for a 3-game set in Fenway Park in Boston today, playing on grass. In a pitcher's duel in the first game before a sold-out crowd of 35,200 under sunny skies, Bobo Newsom pitched a complete game shutout to give Plymouth First Comers a 1-0 victory over Miami Goldfish. Losing pitcher was Wakefield. In the second game before a nice crowd of 29,670 under sunny skies, the home squad scored a 6-5 walk-off victory when McGuire homered to left. Tom Perez scored. Winning pitcher was Smith, losing pitcher was Raditz. Roger Clemens started for Plymouth First Comers. John Smoltz started for Miami Goldfish. Miami Goldfish won the third game over Plymouth First Comers by a score of 6-3. Winning pitcher was Crowder, losing pitcher was Zito. Stonehurst Mighty Seasons met Baby Got Bat V for a 3-game set in Fulton County Stadium in Atlanta today, playing on grass. Stonehurst Mighty Seasons won the first game over Baby Got Bat V by a score of 6-2. Winning pitcher was Callahan, losing pitcher was Hildebrand. Baby Got Bat V won the second game over Stonehurst Mighty Seasons in a squeaker by a score of 4-3. Winning pitcher was Feller, losing pitcher was Hansen. Baby Got Bat V won the third game over Stonehurst Mighty Seasons by a score of 8-5. Winning pitcher was Peranowski, losing pitcher was Bergmeyer. Mark Langston started for Baby Got Bat V. BOD Game of Thrones met Green Sand Beach for a 3-game set in Huntington Avenue grounds in Boston today, playing on grass. The first game before a small crowd of 5,201 under threatening skies was a 7-6 walk-off victory for the home squad when Cullenbine homered to right. Winning pitcher was Tavares, losing pitcher was Martin. Burley Grimes started for Green Sand Beach. Eddie Rommel started for BOD Game of Thrones. BOD Game of Thrones won the second game over Green Sand Beach in a squeaker by a score of 3-2. Winning pitcher was Day, losing pitcher was Avery. In the third game before a large crowd of 10,254 under sunny skies, Johan Santana pitched a complete game shutout to give Green Sand Beach a 4-0 victory over BOD Game of Thrones. Losing pitcher was Willis. Got Bombed Redux met Doug Jonestown Massacre for a 3-game set in Cleveland Municipal Stadium in Cleveland today, playing on grass. Doug Jonestown Massacre won the first game over Got Bombed Redux in a squeaker by a score of 6-5. Winning pitcher was Okajima, losing pitcher was Johnson. Juan Nieves started for Doug Jonestown Massacre. Got Bombed Redux won the second game over Doug Jonestown Massacre by a score of 8-4. Winning pitcher was Johnson, losing pitcher was Tatum. Kyle Losey started for Doug Jonestown Massacre and Dave Steeb started for Got Bombed Redux. In the third game, Got Bombed Redux beat Doug Jonestown Massacre by a score of 4-2. Winning pitcher was Kane, losing pitcher was Leesenby. Rocket Dogs met Electric Amish for a 3-game set in Baker Bowl in Philadelphia today, playing on grass. The first game, before a large crowd of 15,940 under sunny skies, was a 4-3 walk-off victory for the home squad when Mike Schmidt lined a single to shallow right. D'Alessandro scored. Winning pitcher was Worthington, losing pitcher was Parnell. Kirk Reuter started for Electric Amish. Mort Cooper started for Rocket Dogs. Rocket Dogs won the second game over Electric Amish by a score of 11-3. Winning pitcher was Sorrell, losing pitcher was Ostermuller. Electric Amish won the third game over Rocket Dogs in a squeaker by a score of 5-4. Winning pitcher was Sauerbeck, losing pitcher was Higby. Duster Males started for Electric Amish. Got 16 RD4 Doug Jones League Day's best performers were Kravitz. Davy had the best RC performance today for Kentucky Mules in the first game in Milwaukee, creating 2.3 runs on 3 hits. Johan Santana had the best game score today for Green Sand Beach. He scored 90.0. Here are the current standings. In the East Division, Miami Goldfish has a record of 77-73 and has a lead over Plymouth First Comers, who has a record of 75-75. Hanksa Lot 6 has a record of 74-76. Kentucky Mules has a record of 68-82. In the Central Division, Rocket Dogs has a record of 78-72 and has a lead over Baby Got Bat V, who has a record of 74-76. Electric Amish has a record of 73-77. Stonehurst Mighty Seasons has a record of 66-84. In the West Division, BOD Game of Thrones has a record of 92-58/B have clinched the B West Division/B. Green Sand Beach, who has a record of 78-72. Got Bombed Redux has a record of 76-74. Doug Jonestown Massacre has a record of 69-81. Here is your GOT16 RD4 Doug Jones Injuries Report. For Kentucky Mules, Allen, Dick, out for 14 more days, 12 more games. For Miami Goldfish, Everett, Carl, out for 3 more days, 3 more games. For Plymouth First Comers, Edmonds, Jim, out for 7 more days, 6 more games. For Stonehurst Mighty Seasons, LaCroix, Matt, out for 9 more days, 8 more games. Here are the current batting leaders. The home run leader is McGuire, Mark from PFC, who has 51. The top run scorer is McGuire, Mark from PFC, who has 119. The top RBI producer is McGuire, Mark from PFC, who has 141. The highest batting average belongs to Jeter, Derek from MGF, who has .318. McGuire, Mark from PFC, has the most runs created at 119.75. The stolen base leader is Morgan, Joe, from DJM, who has 49. The most game-winning RBIs is from Schmidt, Mike from SAT, who has 18. The longest current hit streak belongs to Pretty, Jerry from SAT, who has hit in 8 straight. The longest hit streak belongs to Jeter, Derek from MGF, who hit in 21 straight. Here are the current pitching leaders. The ERA leader is Burrell, Mark from BGO, at 3.24. The top game winner is Rommel, Eddie from BGO, who has 22. The strikeout leader is Clemens, Roger, from PFC, who has 227. The highest number of complete games belongs to Glavine, Tom from GSB, who has 10. Burrell, Mark from BGO, has the most innings pitched at 291.2. The saves leader is Ward, Dwayne from DJM, who has 27. Here is tomorrow's schedule. Electric Amish is at Baby Got Batvie in Fulton County Stadium, 1991-1995, Atlanta. Kentucky Mules is at Miami Goldfish in Marlins Park, 2015-2019, Miami. Rocket Dogs is at Stonehurst Mighty Seasons in Citi Field, 2009 to 2011, New York. Doug Jonestown Massacre is at Green Sand Beach in Huntington Avenue Grounds, 1901 to 1905, Boston. Bod Game of Thrones is at Got Bombed Redux in Truist Park, 2017 to 2021, Atlanta. Plymouth First Comers is at Hanksa Lot 6 in American Family Field, 2017 to 2021, Milwaukee. Thanks for listening to today's game. For the best classic fantasy baseball game on the market, visit imaginesports.com. Good night all, and please tune in tomorrow.
And Yogi read the comics all the while. Rock and roll was being born, marijuana we would scorn. So down on the corner the national pastime went on trial. We're talking baseball, Klazuski, Campanella, talking baseball. The man and Bobby Fella, the Scooter, the Barber and the Nuke. They knew 'em all from Boston to Dubuque, especially Willie, Mickey and the Duke. Well, Casey was winning, Hank Aaron was beginning, one Robbie going out, one coming in. Kiner and Midget Goodell, the Thumper and Mel Parnell, and Ike was the only one winning down